Hello and welcome to Die Rollin. I'm the ever excitable Adam, and today I'm going to be playing Venom Assault by Spyglass Games. This was a review copy sent to us, so thank you so much for sending this because we've had an absolute blast with this game. If you like fighting up against supervillains, all with their own different themes, and you've got your own kind of team of different themed characters to fight them against. If you like G.I. Joe, this is the deck building game for you. I'm going to be playing this solo. So when you're playing solo for this game, you basically do two hands. So you're playing with two decks. And it's a blast. It's really good fun. And I thought I'd share this with you guys at home. So yeah, I will probably make some mistakes in this because if you've seen any of my solo videos, then you will know I do make mistakes. And if I have, please let me know in the comments below and I will point out to everyone what an absolute idiot I am. But yeah, so let's get to the table and see what you guys think to this entire gameplay session I'm doing, which should be about an hour, maybe a bit over an hour. So if you do just want to skip right to the end and see my thoughts, then just skip an hour's worth of gameplay and you'll get to me again. So here is Venom Assault all set up. Well, not all set up because I haven't put the rewards and the Venom leaders out yet because I wanted to have this as random as possible so you guys know I haven't stacked the decks in any way. So to begin with, let's have a quick look at the scenario for this. So this is World in Darkness. Power outages have started striking randomly across the world. Uplink has been working on the problem and discovered that Venom has acquired the Shroud of Darkness, an alien technology that enables them to drain the world's energy. She is sure that Venom hasn't figured out how to properly control it yet, but once they do, the whole world will be at their mercy. We must mobilize teams immediately to destroy their control cubes. So, I have put the red, blue, yellow and green control cubes and 10 other random rewards into the reward deck over here. And I've also chosen 14 random Venom leaders to make up the leader deck. Now, to win this game, we have to find the 4 cubes, and also we have to have Venom Island, which is down here, liberated. So that basically means no Venom leaders within this area. So, let's get all these populated. So we've got the Venom Mounted Defense, we have Venom Air Dominator, the Venom Arctic Stronghold, a Captured Oil Rig, Venom Sky Temple, Venom Underwater Station, and Venom Island itself. Okay, and then the Venom leaders. Let's see who we've got in play today. So let's shuffle these up. We will see all 14 of these guys come out. So the first one we have El Guapo. So El Guapo has a global effect. During the tactical phase, when combating any other leader, a Venom leader, lower the combat leader's combat value by 2. That kind of sucks. So he's going to be in the mountain defense area. Next in the Sky Temple, we have Shadow Staff. Combat phase, count all combat dice with a roll value 6 as automatic failures. So she's in the Sky Temple there. Next in the Air Dominator, we have Tigerfish. So Sea Stars and Sea Serpent supporting Tigerfish have double their abilities effects. Now we're quite lucky to have her here because it basically means as she's not in a water area, this basically means we're not going to have to worry about her special ability. Okay, the Underwater Station we have Rose and Azura. So these guys kind of suck because you have to fight them twice. So after defeating Roses and Azuras, they must be defeated again, beginning with a new tactical phase. Discard all Freedom Squadron and Venom support cards in play and place the top 5 cards from your draw deck into play. Rose and Azura have 4 support for the second combat. So in the Underwater Station. Next, in the Arctic Stronghold, we have Professor Mortis. And in the tactical phase, after a combat leader is chosen, discard 1 random Freedom support card. Then place the top card from your draw deck into your discard pile. Venom Island, we have Stiletto. During the tactical phase, look through your discard pile, give Stiletto +1 and +1 health and +1 defense for every soldier in the discard pile, but you double all combat bonuses given by Freedom support vehicles in combat. And she's in Venom Island. And finally, we have the Captured Oil Rig. So we have Gorgon here. Wasp support and Gorgon have double their abilities effect. And after you defeat Gorgon, you retire 1 Freedom Squadron card of your choice from those that took part in the combat. So he basically takes out one of the guys as you finish him off. The other Venom leaders, all 7 of them, are placed over here. And we're not going to have to worry about them until we liberate some of these areas. So, I'm going to be playing two-handed here, so we're going to have a left character over here and a right character over here, and the left character is going to be our commander for this. So, during the commander's turn, they start off with drawing an event, then they do all the bits they're going to do, and then the next player, Mr. Righty, is going to be playing his turn. So, we have to populate the training ground, see who we've got here. So we start off with Corporal Carnage. This is how much it costs to recruit them. That's how much recruitment points they give when you're kind of spending recruitment points, and that's their combat attack value. Corporal Carnage is awesome. During the combat phase, add +2 to the rolled value of all combat dice. Next we have Clean Sweep. So for every Freedom Squadron soldier in play with 2 or higher combat value, increase your combat leader's value by 1. Next we have Phalanx. During the tactical phase, you get +1. He gives +1 combat value to the battle, and combat phase, add +1 to the rolled value of all combat dice. So if he's your combat leader, he's going to be doing. If you have him as a support, the combat leader is going to have +1 to the rolled value of all combat dice, which is pretty good. Then we have Sandbar. Tactical phase, before you select a combat leader, look at the top 2 cards from your draw deck, choose 1 card to add to play and discard the other. And finally a lady, we have Snapshot. Recruitment phase, choose one of the following. May reveal the top 4 cards from the recruitment deck. You may retire 1 card from the training ground and replace it with a reveal card. Place your remaining cards back on top of the deck in any order. And you can also select 1 reward card from the reward deck and swap it with a reward in play. Shuffle and random place all rewards currently in play. Shuffle the reward deck. So that'd be pretty handy if I'm trying to find these control cubes, which I am. So each player starts off with the same hand. You have 6 recruits, and the recruits basically give you 2 for spending to recruit more people, and in the tactical phase they give a support value of 1 dice. And the other guys you've got are the commandos, and these guys have a combat value of 2, so they're going to be your combat leaders to begin with, really. And then if they're a support, they give you a +1 to the tactical phase. So before we begin doing our recruits and stuff, one thing I just need to make sure I am aware of is that this guy has a global effect, which means that happens to everybody, regardless of what else is going on. So we have a global effect token here, which comes in the expansion, the Villains and Valor, which I will be covering at a later date. So I'm going to use this on here so I know whenever I'm doing stuff, I need to look at that. This is really handy because playing this game without those global effect things when you're on your own can be tricky to remember. So the first event that comes in play is the Venom Strike. So these Venom Strikes, they are bad. These basically move the event track on, and if the event track basically gets to the end there, pretty much it's game over. So the Sinister Plot advances. We move the event track up by 1 and see the mission for effects. Now this is just the very first mission, so I've done this a ton of times. And if you look at YouTube videos, there's probably already quite a lot of these World and Darkness ones covered. Right, so 1, Venom has activated the red control cube. This reward card no longer provides this bonus to players. It is still worth victory points for the player who captured it, however. So if we find the red control cube, it's not going to do us much good. So let's shuffle my first hand. So Commander Lefty, and we draw 5 cards. So let's have a look what we got here. So we have got 4 commandos and 1 recruit. So that means we've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to spend. And we get to choose one of these guys to buy. So we're going to buy Phalanx because he's got a pretty cool ability here. So Phalanx, he's going to go in our discard pile. And then we have got all these guys to try to attack a bad guy. Now, straight from the offset, we're pretty screwed because this is giving us a... Sorry, this guy's giving us a -2 to our combat value. So, don't know whether I should actually start trying to take anybody on. Probably not at this moment. So, I'm not going to do anything with Commander Lefty. And he draws another 5 cards to his hand, so he's got a ton of recruits this time. And then we go over to Mr. Right. So we've got 5 recruits in here, which means we have 10 points to spend. And 10 points means I'm definitely getting Corporal Carnage and putting him into the discard for Mr. Right. Now, there's no point in me... I physically cannot go into a battle because I don't have any characters with a, with any combat value. So that's the end of our very first round, and we draw 4 commandos and a recruit into Mr. Wright's hand. So that's the end of the first round. Not much really happened. I recruited some people into my cause, and we now need to get some people out in here. So top bosses come in here. So top boss, during the recruitment phase, the active player may look at the top 5 cards of their draw deck, place these cards back on the top and or bottom of the deck in any order, and the active player may look at the top 3 cards of the Venom support deck, place these cards back on the top and or bottom of the deck in any order. So that's top boss, he's come out. And we also have the Devil Ray. This is our first vehicle we've seen here. So it's got a vehicle icon there. And we know that vehicles are good against Stiletto. Stiletto being a land place at the moment. So the combat phase ability here doesn't really do much. But Devil Ray gives you a +1 in combat. So what's our second event? Plot from the past. Venom steals dinosaur bones and kidnaps world-renowned biologist Daniel Peaks to recreate dinosaurs in a cloning device using a rapid growth serum. Using the dinosaurs, Venom could destroy Freedom Squadron and rule the world. However, the plan backfires and Venom's base is overrun by dinosaurs. So global effect, tactical phase, any combat in Arctic this round lowers the Venom leader's support by 1. Okay, so we place that there. What that means is if we attack anybody in the Venom Mountain base, or the Venom Arctic Stronghold, it's going to be a -1 to their support value, which means we're probably going to go up against Guapo this round, if possible. Okay, so Commander Lefty, he's got 5 cards in his hand. They're all recruits, which means we have 10 points to spend. And we're going to grab Clean Sweep off the top of there, because Clean Sweep has some pretty cool abilities. Those 5 cards go on a discard, because we can't actually attack anybody. We're going to shuffle this up. And we're going to hopefully get some decent characters come into our hand now, which we can use. Now, during the retirement phase, we can actually get rid of one of the cards that was in our hands into the retirement pile. But right now, it's a bit early to do this. So we've got a recruit, we've got flanks, we've got a commando, we've got a commando, and we've got a commando. So that's our Commander Lefty's hand next time. And Righty's got commandos and recruits. So we've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points to spend. Let's pick up Sandbar. He's on our discard pile now. And we're going to attack the Venom Mountain defense, El Guapo. So we're going to pick our commando to be our kind of combat leader. So we're going to place him up here. And then he's got his support here, which basically gives him an additional 4 dice. So if we put these dice on here. Okay, now the tactical phase, when combating any other Venom leader, lower the combat leaders by -2. Doesn't affect our guys because it's any other Venom leader. So his health is 2 and his defense is 3. And now we have to draw 3 support cards because this has got 4 on there, but because of this, it's actually 3. So the first support we have out are wasps. So tactical phase, we have to increase the defense value by 1. So they go down there. Second one are the pythons. During tactical phase, we increase the health by 1. And finally, we have some pythons again. So we got a wasp and 2 pythons. So health goes up. What this means is to defeat El Guapo, we have to roll at least 4 dice and get 4 or more on those 4 dice. Now we've got 5 dice to roll here. I can't count. We've got 6 dice to roll here. And we need 4s or mores. And we've done it. So we got a 4, we got a 6, we got a 4, and we got a 5. Which means El Guapo has been captured by Mr. Wright. And at this point, I'm going to retire one of my commandos to the retirement pile from my hand. Okay, so the global effect is no longer in effect. We've got El Guapo from the Venom Mountain defense. He's captured, so we're going to arrest him. He's out of the game now. And we find out what reward we got. And it was the yellow control cube. So the yellow control cube is still in effect because the red control cube was the one that has been abandoned. So this was the first cube discovered by Venom scientists in ancient writings. Knowing how old these strange objects are, they sought them out for their evil plots. So global effect, during the tactical phase, we can reduce the Venom leader's health, defense, or support by 1. So this remains in play, and we can use this during the tactical phase, which is great fun. Okay, so a new reward comes out, and we have a new villain, and it's Psych Ward. So, during the tactical phase, after a combat leader is chosen, place 1 random freedom support soldier under Psych Ward. If Psych Ward is not successfully defeated, retire the Hell card. And there's another character called Hijack. If Hijack comes out, you have to add Hijack's support value to Psych Ward. So, I don't know if Hijack is in this deck, but if she is, that's not going to bode well for our team. Okay, so our Venom support weren't very supportful for El Guapo, which is good for us. Let's see what else is coming out. So, Sundown's come out. Sundown is great. Recruiting phase, all cards purchased this turn may be placed on top of your draw deck instead of your discard pile. And tactical phase, if you're in an air location after a Venom leader is chosen, place the top 2 cards from your draw deck into play. So he's pretty cool. He can get some reinforcements in for you. And finally, we have the War Maker. Tactical phase, discard 1 Venom support card. And combat phase, add +2 to the roll value of all combat dice. The War Maker is a great addition to our support there. Now, I forgot to shuffle Mr. Wright's hand here, so we know exactly what he's got. So he's got a recruit, a recruit, a recruit, a recruit, and a recruit. Terribly shuffled by me. So Mr. Wright has 5 recruits this round. Okay, so we're on to the 3rd round. Let's take a look. Oh, Venom strikes again. So the event track moves on 1, and let's have a look. Venom have activated the yellow control cube. This reward card no longer provides this bonus to players. It's still worth victory points for the player who captured it, though. So unfortunately, we got the yellow control cube, but it's not going to be able to help us out at all. Okay, so just to remind you, Commander Lefty has got flanks. He's got 3 commanders and a recruit. So recruitment points wise, we have 2 points there, 3, 4, 5 recruitment points to spend. We can buy the double ray, which we're going to do that. And tactical phase, let's try and take somebody out. So I really don't like Psych Ward. So we're going to try to attack with, it's got 3 and 3 and 2 support. Yes, Phalanx is coming in. Phalanx is going to be our combat lead for this. And then we're going to have our commandos and a recruit. But, so we've selected our combat leader. So let's put his health up. He's got a 3 and a 3. We have to put a random freedom support underneath Psych Ward. So one of these guys might get retired now. Boom. So, a commando has been placed underneath Psych Ward. And if we don't manage to defeat Psych Ward, then, well, things will be bad. So we've got 4 dice on Phalanx. 1 dice each there. And we have 2 supports. So the first support that comes out is the Hydra. So tactical phase will lower the combat leader's combat value by 1. And the second one, Night Stars. We have to reroll 1 success in the combat phase. Are we in the air? No, we're in the Arctic, so we don't have to worry about this bottom one here. Okay, so let's start off with Phalanx. He's going to attack. So we get a 5 and a 3. So that's enough to take down his health by 2. And then we're going to roll each of these recruits. We got a 5, which is enough to finish him off. And we have to reroll 1 success. Still a success. Success, success, success. We have killed Psych Ward. When I say killed, we're the good guys. So we've captured him. We get our commando back. And at this point, I'm actually going to retire a commando. Regardless. And let's see what reward we got. Venom personnel files. A list of criminals now under the command of Venom is discovered, allowing Freedom Squadron to track down Venom flunkies and keep them off the streets and away from helping Venom's cause. Tactical phase, once per game, use this card to discard up to 2 Venom support soldiers before their abilities take effect. That's really handy. Okay, and all of these cards are going into my discard pile. And Lefty gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cards, and Commander Lefty has now got a bunch of recruits and a commando. So on to Mr. Right, and he's got all the recruits in his hand, so he can buy something for 10. We're going to get Sundown because Sundown is awesome. I can't attack because I don't have anything here, and I should also draw out a new reward and a new enemy. So we have Sabotage. Tactical phase, discard all Venom support cards that aren't vehicles, and during discard 1 Freedom support vehicle of your choice. So Sabotage is all about vehicles. Okay, so we're on to the next phase. After we just get our hand back up to 5, 3, 4, 5. So Mr. Right's hand, he's got Sandbar and he's got 3 commandos and a recruit. Okay, so the next event. The Creatures of Venom. Venom deploys a special weapon called Highwave, a mind control device that takes over the minds of all animals in the animal kingdom, including Pit and Rivet. With a new fall of legged army, Venom can threaten any city in the world. Freedom Squadron has to stop this new device and save the animals of the world. So during the tactical phase, Venom leaders gain +1 support. So they've got some little animals helping them out there. And let's see what we've got over here. We've got Bowser and Pit. So ironically, just in time because there's an animal on this. So combat phase, after combat has been completely resolved, you may take an additional tactical and combat phase, discard all Freedom Squadron and Venom support cards in play, and place the top 5 cards from your draw deck into play. So this gives you another turn, essentially. Skipping the recruitment, of course. And then we have Timberwolf. Tactical phase, choose up to 2 Venom support cards to discard. Redraw new Venom supports for the discarded cards. And to the Arctic, you can discard 1 of the new cards without replacing it. Oof. Okay. So, Commander Lefty, he's got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points to spend. So we're going to grab Timberwolf. And let's go up against, who should we go against? Let's go against, let's go up against the Shadow Staff in the Venom Sky Temple. So our commander is going to be a combat leader, and then we've got a bunch of recruits that give us 4 dice there. She's got 3 health, she's got 4 defense, and let's see if the enemy has got enough support for her. So she gets +1 support, and she's got Cottonmouth. Tactical phase, +1 health and +1 defense. So what that means is we have to get 4 5s or more. Let's see if this can happen. And we completely failed. So unfortunately, the operation's a failure. Shadow Staff is still there. Cottonmouth is removed, and we're probably going to get rid of a commando. So we draw 2 cards and we got to reshuffle. So we've got clean sweep in Commander Lefty's hand and a recruit. We have Devil Ray, we have a recruit, and we have a commando. Mr. Right, so we've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can't actually afford to get anything here. So no recruiting this time, but we're going to attack with Sandbar. So Sandbar is going to go again. We're going to go against Shadow Staff again because she's only getting 1 support, so why not? So Sandbar is our boss here. We've got a recruit, a commando, a commando, a commando. So we have an additional 4 dice here. I don't like her chances here, so 3, and we get a 4, and because of this, we have 1 Venom support, and that is Sidewinders discard 1 Freedom support. So this vehicle basically kills one of our commandos. I say kill, it just retires them. No, sorry, it doesn't retire them, just puts them, discards them to our deck even. So let's see if we can do it. I need to get 3 4s or more. Okay, so I've got 1. 2, 3, and her special abilities, if you had any 6s, they're automatic failures, but I didn't. So I had just enough to take out Shadow Stuff. That's another Venom leader arrested. And we find, welcome to the Carnage Dome. Hardcore is found guilty of excessive violence after assaulting a Venom guard who had surrendered during liberation of his facility. He's sent to join Corporal Carnage's Carnage Corps. During the recruitment phase, once per game, use this card to retire any soldier in your draw deck and take any 1 soldier from the training ground into your discard pile. Shuffle your draw deck and discard pile together afterwards. So that's a good way to get one of the new characters coming out there. So Sidewinders are gone. And let's see who is going to take over the Venom Sky Temple. So we have Hijack. So Hijack, tactical phase, after a combat leader is chosen, place 1 random Freedom Support vehicle under Hijack. If Hijack not successfully defeated, retire the held card. And if Psych Ward occupies the zone, add Psych Ward support to the combat value as well. However, we'd have to worry about that because he's gone. Let's refill the training ground. We have Hardcore, who looks like Stallone. Choose one of the following. Tactical phase +2 combat value, or combat phase retires card to count 2 combat dice as automatic success. Nice. So it's the end of that round. I need to draw up Mr. Wright's card. So he's got Corporal Carnage as his first card. I have to shuffle his discard pile. He's got a recruit, a recruit, a recruit. Guess what? Recruit. Recruit. My shuffling skills are awful. Okay, and the new event. What have we got coming out this time? It's Carnage time. Corporal Carnage and his Carnage Corps are sent to infiltrate the nest on Venom Island to find out what they're up to. Global effect, recruitment phase. Players may draw 2 extra cards at the beginning of their recruitment phase. If they do, all Venom leaders gain +1 for their defense for their turn. Ooh, that's an interesting option. So, Commander Lefty, he's got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points to spend. We're going to grab Hardcore from that 9 points. Okay, so who should I go up against? Let's go up against Gorgon on the captured oil rig. I'm doing this because I've got Devil Ray, which gives me a +1 to the roll value of all combat dice. So Clean Sweep is obviously going to be going in. He's got 2... I say obviously, he's not actually. We're going to get a Commando go in. So our Commando is going to be our leader for this this one here. He gets 2 dice there. Then we've got Clean Sweep, a Recruit, Devil Ray, and another Recruit. So, tactical phase, for every Freedom Squadron soldier in play with a value of 2 or higher, increase your combat leaders by 1. So that's 1, 2. These guys unfortunately don't. That would have been much better if I had some Commandos out. And tactical phase, we add 1 because of this. And all combat dice get an additional +1 to their rolled value in this combat because we're in a C zone. So he's got 2 health, but he's got 4 defense. And he's got 2 supports. So the first support are Sea Serpents. So we add 1 health. And because we're in a C zone, we add 1 defense. And then we have Arctic Wolves. He gets 1 defense. If we're in Arctic, he'd have an additional health. So we have to get 3 6s or more on all of these dice. We've got a +1 to all the rolled values as well. So we get 1 success. So unfortunately, Gorgon wins this round. And we're going to We won't retire anyone, they're just going to go over there. These guys go. And then we have 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points to spend on here. So we're going to grab Bowser and Pit. They're in the discard pile now. And I think we're going to go up against who should we go up against? We're going to go against Stiletto on Venom Island. So, Corporal Carnage is going to be our team leader here, our command leader. So we get 2, 3, 4, 5 there. Stiletto, we have 1 soldier in our discard pile, so we have to increase Stiletto's health and defense up by 1. They have 1 support, and that support is a Komodo, which increases the defense by 2. So that's a real shame, because that now means we need to get 4 6s or more. Probably not going to happen. We got 2 6s, so unfortunately Stiletto is completely fine. And we're going to retire a recruit from our character over here. They draw back up to 5. They've got 3 commandos, Sandbar and a recruit. I forgot to do that for Commander Lefty. Lefty has got Phalanx, Timberwolf, 2 recruits and a commando. So let's see what we've got here. So General Steele's come out. If General Steele is chosen as a combat leader, his strength is equal to the number of Freedom Squadron soldiers in combat, including himself. And then we have Patriot. Discard 1 Venom support vehicle, and if you're in the air, discard 1 Venom support soldier as well as. So Carnage time is over. Let's see what the next event is. And it's a Venom Strikes. 1 more and it's game over, guys, I think. Well, 2 more, actually. So, Venom have activated the blue control cube. This reward card no longer provides this bonus to players. Okay, so we've really got to do something here. So, Commander Lefty, we've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points to spend. We're going to grab General Steele. He's on a discard now. And we're going to go up against... who's in the Arctic? Okay, we're going to go against... it's tricky. Gorgon. Let's go up against Gorgon. So, Phalanx is going to be our combat leader for this. All these guys are supporting. So we've got 4 dice up here. 1, 2, 3. He's got 2 health and 4 armor. And he's got 2 support. The first one is Constrictors. So you have to reroll 1 successful. Combat die and subtract 1 from the rolled value. And Night Stars. We have to reroll 1 success and we're not in the air. So we don't have to worry about the second thing. So, yeah, I have got the ability with my Timberwolf to redraw those 2, but I'm happy with those. So we need 3 4s or more. And we've done it. So we've got 6, 5, 4, and a 6. We have to reroll unsuccessful dice there and subtract 1 from the value. So that's a 3, so that's not successful. And then we have to reroll 1 success. but we are fine. So we've managed to capture Gorgon, but we have to retire one of our guys. So the commando is going. No, the recruit is going. Gorgon is arrested, and we get the enemy of my enemy. While searching the facility, Sundown is trapped in an abandoned Venom lab with a Venom scientist who was left there for dead. As to escape, a valuable ally is gained. Recruitment phase once per game, use this card to look through the recruitment deck. Replace any 2 cards in the training ground with 2 cards from the deck. Shuffle the recruitment card deck and retrieve the replaced cards. Okay. And we draw. Let's get rid of these guys. Let's get a new villain out. Captured Ulrich's being defended by Pitmaster. After Venom support ability have taken effect, half the total combat dice given by all Freedom support soldiers rounded down. We draw back up, so we've got 2 recruits. The Devil Ray, a recruit, and flanks. Okay, Mr. Wright, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points to spend. We'll grab the Patriot. And Sandbar, who's Sandbar going to go up against? I'm not sure really who we should go up against at the moment. Okay, I'm going to just quickly use this thing during the recruitment phase. Once per game, use this card to retire any soldier in your draw deck and take any 1 soldier from the training ground into your discard pile. So we're going to get rid of I don't have any commanders in my draw deck, so actually we're not going to do that just yet because I quite like the having the recruits. So Sandbar is going to be taking point on this. I don't know who I'm attacking yet, but we've got 4 there. Okay, so we're going to attack Hijack. So Hijack's got a 3 and a 3. Let's reveal what they've got. We don't have any vehicles, so we don't need to worry about her special ability. We have Constrictors, where we reroll 1 success. We have the Night Stars. We're in the air, so we have to reroll 2 successes. And then we have the Sea Star, which increases defense by 1. So we need 3 4s or more. Okay, so we have to reroll 2 successes because of these guys. Okay, and then we have to reroll 1 success and subtract 1 from the value. So that's a 4. So we have a 4, a 5, and a 5, which is enough to arrest Hijack. So the Sky Temple is no longer defended. We have found the Age of Synthoids. The discovery of plans that will allow Professor Mortis to make synthoid copies of key members of Freedom Squadron halts Venom's plans of infiltration. Recruitment phase once per game, use this card to place any 1 card from the retirement pile into your discard pile. Oh, that's pretty cool. We have a new reward come out. A new leader comes in, and it's Mayhem. So this guy's pretty random. You roll a dice during the tactical phase to see what happens when you're coming up against him. So we're going to draw 5 cards now. So we have Sundown and a recruit for Mr. Wright. And then Patriots. Whoop. Commando, and a recruit. Okay, so let's get rid of these guys. Let's fill this back out. So we have Glacier, Tactical phase, lower the Venom leader's defense by 2. And if you're in Arctic Zone, you lower it by 3 instead. And then the last one we have Powder Keg. Recruitment phase, draw 2 cards. Nice. Okay, so let's see what event we have coming out. And it's Venom for Mayor. A sleazy political candidate hires Venom to cause trouble for his opponent, Kendall Harper, during the mayoral campaign race. Venom sends Terranauts to harass and ruin Kendall's campaign, but Freedom Squadron is sent in to restore law and order. Grateful, Kendall uses contacts in the US Air Force to assist Freedom Squadron. Global effect. Any combat in airspace of this round allows the player to place a top card from their draw deck into play. So we'll definitely be using that this time around. So Tigerfish and Mayhem, watch out. So what have we got? Point-wise, we've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 over here. So we're going to grab Powder Keg and put them in the discard pile for Commander Lefty. And then Commander Lefty is going to be attacking Tigerfish, I guess. Yeah, Tigerfish, let's do that. So, any combat in this round lands the player to place the top card from the draw deck into play. So, we have another recruit. So, Phalanx is going to be taking point, followed by a couple of recruits. 4 recruits, the Devil Ray. Obviously, he's got his dice there. Tigerfish has got 3 health, 3 defense, but 4 support. So, Wasps, tactical phase, we add 1 to the defense value. Pythons, we add 1 health. Cottonmouth, we add a health and a defense. And then we have the Sea Star, where we add 1 defense. Now, I'm going to use the Venom personnel files to discard up to 2 Venom supports. So I'm going to get rid of this guy. And I'm going to get rid of this guy. Oh, no, it's only people, isn't it? So I can't get rid of him. So sorry. But I can get rid of this guy and this guy, which means I just need 4 5s or more. Okay, here we go. And we've done it. We got 4, 5 or more. So we've taken out Tigerfish, arrested her, and we find a city under the sea. A discovered map leads to the lost city of Atlantis, where whose inhabitants Venom has hidden away as slaves. Happy to be liberated, they offer advanced technology and science. Once per game, use the card to allow all players to discard their current hand and withdraw an equal amount of new cards if they choose. Nice. So I feel like that was a good round, and Phalanx is actually we're gonna drop a recruit at this point. We're gonna retire 1 and draw back up. So we've got a Commando, Timberwolf, General Steel, Hardcore, and Commando. So we get rid of these guys. Oh, it's tricky to pick up. Now we're still trying to find 3 control cubes at this point. We found the yellow one, but we still need to find the rest. Now we have a new reward come out. And a new leader, which is Octavia. Global effect, tactical phase, choose to increase the Venom leader's defense or health by 1. And if you're in the sea, you do it by 2. So that is a pity. Makes me think I might want to try and take her on. So who have I got over here? So I've got Sundown. Recruitment phase, all cards purchased this turn may be placed on the top of your draw deck instead of your discard pile. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we're going to grab Glacier, put him on the top of our draw deck. And we're going to have a Commando coming in. We're going to be going against Octavia. We're going to try and take Octavia before anything happens, because she also increases her own health and defense, so that's tricky. So Commando is going to be our leader. We've got Sundown, we've got 2 recruits, and we've got Patriot. So we've chosen a Venom leader. So after a Venom leader is chosen, place the top 2 cards from your draw deck into play. So Glacier and a Recruit are also coming out to assist here. So this is where we start running out of dice, guys. So we've got 2 dice up there. We have 1, 2, 3 dice there. So we've only got 5 dice to roll for this. Octavia's health is 3. Her defense is 3. And we have to choose one of these to increase by 1. So we're going to increase the defense by 1 because I've got more. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. So unfortunately, she's got 4 of these. But I also get to draw another card from play because of the event that's going on at the moment. And I've got Bowser and Pit. So after combat's been completely resolved, you may take an additional tactical and combat phase. So that's pretty handy. So we get 2 attempts on Octavia this turn, I believe. Okay, so we've got the Shadow Fangs cancel 1 successful combat dice. So one is already gone. Constrictors, where we have to re-roll 1. We've got Venom Scourges, lower the combat leader's combat value by 1. We have Arctic Wolves, so we increase their defense by 1. Now, because we have the Patriot, we can discard 1 Venom support vehicle. There aren't any. But we can also discard 1 Venom support soldier character. So we're going to get rid of the Arctic Wolves because that means we can decrease that defense back down. So we just need to get 3, 4 or more. Okay, so we did that. We've got to cancel 1 successful dice though because of the Shadow Fangs, which means we can't physically do this. Because we've got the Venom Scourge, we have to retire 1 Freedom Squadron of your choice from play. So Recruit, unfortunately you're going out. Now because of Bowser and Pit, we get to do another combat phase. And my deck is completely gone there, so I have to reshuffle all this. And we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Once again, I'm a terrible shuffler, guys. We're going to go against Octavia again. So, after a Venom leader's been chosen, we draw the top 2 cards and put into play. Nope, not of that, Adam. We've got Bowser and Pit again, and we've got a Recruit. Bowser and Pit is going to be our leader there. We get an additional card because we're in... Yep, from this deck, Adam. So, what have we got? So, 2 for Bowser and Pit. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a 3 and 3. We increase by 1 there. And we get to lower the leader's defense by 2. I'm not sure I did that last time. Oh, well, Adam. And then we draw out what we've got here. So, 4 of these guys. We have the Soul Flare. I'm going to destroy that straight away using the Patriot. Shadow Fangs, and I'm going to kill them using the Patriot as well. So we just 2 more cards. Shadow Wolves, so increase the defense by 1. And Sea Serpents, we increase the health by 1. So we need 3, 4 or more. And we've done it. So the Venom Air Dominator, thanks to the US Air Force, we've captured Octavia. And we found keep your enemies closer. Files are discovered in Gorgon's personal quarters that seem to detail weaknesses of Venom's leaders, should he ever need to eliminate them from Venom's hierarchy. Interestingly, Gorgon was so concerned about this cause, he even seemed to have kept a file on himself. Once per game, use this card to lower the Venom's leaders' health, defense, and support by 1 before the Venom leader's abilities take effect. That is really helpful. And we're going to retire a Recruit at this point. I kind of feel like they should be a bit more prepared at this point. Okay, so these guys are gone. We then, we're going to refill this. We already know what they are. We've got Avalanche. Sorry. We have Avalanche, which tactical phase discard 1 Venom support vehicle. In the Arctic, you get 2 to your combat value. And Scorpion, tactical phase +2. Okay, so we draw 5 cards. Commando, Recruit, Corporal Carnage, Commando, and Sandbar. I need to be retiring more people to get through my hand, if I'm honest. Okay, so we're on the next event, and it is Freedom's Night Out. With a quiet night ahead of them, Freedom Squadron decides to take a night out on the town and have some fun at the local clubs. At the end of the night, the squadron feels more bonded, having spent non-combat time with each other, learning a bit more about one another and their pasts. Oh, we didn't see who was coming out. So it's our last leader, guys. Is this the Venom leader? No, it's Backdraft. After a combat leader is chosen, discard 1 random Freedom support character from play. So they're going to get rid of a soldier because of all the fire. Okay, so let's have a quick look at what we need to do. We need to liberate Venom Island. We also need to find the 3 other the 3 other control cubes, which could be anywhere at this point. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 points over here. We're going to grab these 2 here, so this Avalanche and Scorpion. And yeah, we're going to have General Steel as taking the lead on this one. He's taking point. We've got Hardcore, we've got 2 Commandos, and we have Timberwolf. So we're going to go and try and get someone from the Arctic. We're going to go for Professor Mortis. Okay, and we're hoping to do this. Let's have a look. So, after a combat leader is chosen, discard 1 random Freedom support card. So his health is 3, his defense is 2. And we have to get rid of one of these support cards. And we're hoping it's not Hardcore, but who knows. Hardcore! Oh. So, unfortunately, we just have Timberwolf, a Commando, and a Commando there. So, General Steel's combat value is 3. Because he gets 1 for every soldier in play, including himself. We've got 2 there. And then we're going against Mortis, so he's got 4 support. And 2 to 2 Venom support cards to discard. So we've got the Komodo, which adds 2 there. We've got Shadow Fangs, which are going to cancel 1 of our successes. We have Pythons, which increase 1 health. And we have Hydra, which lowers the value by 1. So we're going to get rid of Hydra and we're going to get rid of the Shadow Fangs. And we draw 1 back. And it's a Sidewinder, so we discard 1 Freedom support. So our Commandos are gone. So we've got 4 dice. We need to get 4 or more on these 4 dice. And we did it. We took out Mortis. Nice. Oh, I also had to place a top card from your draw deck into your discard pile, which was a Recruit. So I've managed to get Mortis, which is great. Hopefully he's guarding something. No, the moon is not enough. Hardcore locates information that leads to a secret engineering plant. After Hardcore takes on the plant's defenses alone, the work there reveals Venom's plan to establish a secret base on the moon. Recruitment phase once per game. Use this card to replace the Venom leader with the next leader in the Venom leader deck. I can't do that any longer. So, I'm going to retire a Commando at this point. And draw back up. So I've got clean sweep, a recruit, shuffle these, a recruit, avalanche, and the scorpion. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I don't really feel like snapshot is any good, if I'm honest. So I'm just going to leave them where they are. Okay, so we're going to go against let's go up against Venom Mountain. We're going to go up against Sabotage. So Sambar is going to be our leader. And then we've got 2 commandos, a recruit and corporal carnage there. So we've got 4 dice on Sambar. We have 1, 2, 3 there. And we're going to add +2 to the roll values of all combat dice because of corporal carnage. And Sabotage has got 3 health, 3 defense. And we have to get 5 of these out. So we have the Soul Flare, discard 1 freedom support vehicle. We have Pythons, we discard these because they're not a vehicle. Pythons, we discard them, they're not a vehicle. Venom Glider, lower the combat leader's value by 2. Oof, that sucks. So it's our last one now, and it's Night Striker. Reroll all combat dice with a roll value of 6. Okay, so I need 3 threes or more. So I have to re-roll these 2. And we failed. We failed our mission, but we haven't. We haven't because of Corporal Carnage. We had a +2 to all the dice rolled, which means everything actually hits. And we have taken out Sabotage. And let's see what Sabotage was hiding. Nothing. The Phantom Brigade. Freedom Squadron finds bayous that control several ancient ghosts that Hex summoned to fight for Venom. With these in hand, the squadron uses them to turn the tides of battle. Once per game, use this card to double the final combat value of a combat leader in combat this turn. A lot of combats to read. We're going to retire a recruit. Nope. A commando. Get rid of a commando. Draw back up. So we've got a commando. A recruit, Sundown, Patriot, and a recruit. Okay, so on to the next round. Let's see what's going on. We have Venom Strikes once more. So the green combat cube is no longer available to give us a bonus. One more, and then we're right near the end here at this point. So we find the Sawfish, which is good for tactical phase. If you're on the water, it gives you +2 bonus there. And we've got Blind Sight, counts all combat dice with a roll value of 1 as automatic successes. So, Commander Lefty, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 points. We're getting the Warmaker. And we currently don't have anything in our discard pile that is a soldier. So we are 100% going to go up against Stiletto. So let's take a look. Stiletto has got 3 health, 3 defense, and 1 support card. Clean Sweep has 2 dice. Gets 2 dice from the Scorpion. The Avalanche gets us to discard 1 support vehicle. And we have 2 dice from these guys here. We draw out a support. It's not a vehicle, it's Wasp, so her defense goes up by 1. Double all combat bonuses given by freedom support vehicles in combat. So we've got 4 dice there. We need 3 4s or more. And we have done it. 6 a 6 and a 3. We have got rid of Stiletto. So Venom Island is liberated at this point. We just need to find those control cubes. And we found the green one. Perfect. We can't use its ability, but we have found it. So we just need to find the red and the blue cubes, and we have done this. I'm very happy with that result. So we're going to retire a recruit at this point. And draw back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we got Powder Keg, General Steel, Timberwolf, Commando, and Hardcore. That sounds like a really good team to be going in to fight someone. And then on this side we have Sundown. We got recruits, Patriot, another recruit and a Commando. So we've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 points here. We're going to get the Sawfish, and because we've got Sundown, we get to place them on the top of our draw deck. So we've got the Venom Air Dominator, the Captured Oil Rig. Ooh, okay. So we're going to send... Commando is going to be our combat leader for this round. We have 2 in there. We're going up against Pitmaster. So after a Venom leader is chosen, place the top 2 cards from your draw deck into play. So we have the Sawfish, and we also have a recruit. So Sawfish, Sundown, 3 recruits, and the Patriot. So let's do the Venom support abilities. There's 3 supports. He's got 2 health. He's got 3 armor and 3 support. But we're going to use the files from Gorgon here to reduce all values by 1. So he's got 1 health, he's got 2 armor, 2 defense there, and he's only got 2 support assisting him with this. The first support are some Wasps, which increases defense by 1. And the second one is some Venom Scourges, which lower the combat leader's attack by 1. We get 2 dice here. We get 1, 2, 3. We're not in the air, so you can't destroy one of those guys. After Venom support abilities have taken effect, have half the total combat dice given by the Freedom support soldiers rounded by 1. But we are going to, round it down. So we've got 3 there, so it's rounding down. We got 1. We just need to get 1, 3 or more, and we have done it. That'll do it, guys. That'll do it. Pitmaster is out of it. And we find the blue control cube. We are just looking for the elusive red one, and we have done it, guys. I'm going to retire a recruit. Actually, no, we're retiring Commando, keeping the recruit. And we've got a Commando, Corporal Carnage, a Recruit, Sandbar, and a Commando. So let's see what the next event is. It's a Venom Strike, so we're on to the very last point of this now. So Venom has deployed the Shroud of Darkness. Players may take 1 round of play for every control cube they collectively have. Any cube rescued during these rounds may be added to the same effect. There's no time left. Venom has succeeded. So we can do this, guys. We just have to take these 3 guys out and just find where this thing is. Because we've got 3 rounds. So we're going to put these over here, I guess. So we're going to do 1 round. This is a 1 round of play for the blue control cube. So we've got this time to do this. We get Respector, attack phase lower the Venom leader's health and defense by 1. That's nice. And we have Bowser and Pit, who we've already had previously. Okay, so let's go up against, let's have a look what we got. So, Powder Keg, we get to draw 2 cards in the recruitment phase, so we're going to do that. So, we've got a recruit. We've got Phalanx, we've got Powder Keg, General Steel, Timberwolf, Commando, and Hardcore. We've got any Arctic places? We don't at the moment. So we've got 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 points to spend. We'll get Blind Sight. And let's go up against the Venom Air Dominator backdraft. Let's give that a go. So who's going to be in play? General Steel is going to be leading the attack here. We've got phalanx, we've got powder keg, we have Timberwolf, we have a commando, and we have hardcore. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 dice on general steel. We have tactical phase 1 there. We've got powder keg doesn't do anything. 1 there. We have 2 here, and I've run out of dice. One dice there. Okay, after a combat leader is chosen, discard 1 random freedom support from play. So I have to, after doing all that, I've now got to get all these guys, shuffle them up. And choose one to choose that one. I'm just going to recruit. Not super bothered about that. Well, I would have preferred it was powder keg if I'm honest, because he doesn't actually do anything for me. So we've got 1 dice there. We have 2 dice here, and we have 1 dice there. So let's roll this. Nope, because we haven't got his support out yet. So her support. So she's got 2 supports. We have got the Cottonmouth, which gives her, so she's on 3/3. She gets a +1 and a +1. And we have got Sea Serpents, and we aren't in the sea, so we just get 1 additional health. We need 5 4s or more. Now, is there anything I can do from here? Nope, I don't have any special abilities I can play. So I guess we're just going to go for it. Now I get to add +1 to all dice roll. Well, we're going to do it, guys, I think. So we need a 6, a 5, a 6, a 6, a 6, a 6. The 4 counts because we get +1 to all dice rolls as well. So we have definitely captured a backdraft. And if this is the red control cube, we've won. It's not. Powder Keg and the Sea Serpents. The Powder Keg thinks he sees an underwater docking bay is really a Venom super sub. With the help of Seiki and Topside, they destroy the menacing machine. Once per game, use this card to discard any Venom support cards that have zone-specific abilities for the current combat, even if they don't match the zone you're in. So, we're liberating the world, guys. Okay, so it's up to Mr. Wright. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards. He's going to grab Spectre. We just have to get rid of these cards, sorry. And draw up a hand for Commander Lefty. So we have the Devil Ray and Recruit. He's got the Warmaker, Avalanche, and Scorpion, which are no good because it basically means we don't have anyone who could be the combat leader in this because no one has. You can't use these as combat leaders. So that's a sucky hand. But back over here. So Corporal Carnage, Sandbar. So we're going to get Sandbar to take the lead here. Corporal Carnage is behind. We've got 2 commandos and a recruit. And you know what? We're going to attack Mayhem. So Mayhem's got 3 health and 4 defense. Roll 1 die. We've got 3, so 1 random freedom support to convert sides. So we're hoping it's not Corporal Carnage. We got a recruit. So what that means is we have only 3 dice in the sandbar. We have 1 and we have 1 here. We have 2 Venom support coming out. So we've got the Pythons and we have Pythons. So we need 5 3s or more. We get +2 to the dice of every rolled dice as well. And we're going to use the Phantom Brigade to double the final combat value of the combat leader. So we get an additional 3 dice on our combat leader there. So we need 5 4s or more. And they've all got +2 to them. Success, 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 success. And is it the red control cube? I'm going to retire this recruit because why not? It isn't. It's stealth technology. A new experimental jet, the A166 Ghost, is discovered in Venom's hangar. Reverse engineering proves that the jet is invisible to radars, and Freedom Squadron is able to incorporate the technology. Once per game, uses card to give all Freedom support vehicles in combat this turn the following ability, +1 to the tactical phase. We're retiring a commando, and we're drawing up. We've got 3 cards there, so we've got those guys. We have Sawfish, and we have Sundown. Okay, so I'm not sure if we draw an event at this point, but I'm going to draw another event. Mind Games, unless it tells you not to draw an event. Yeah. Mind Games. Freedom Squadron finds out Venom's plans to use mind control on NATO and use the leaders to sign over control to Venom. Freedom Squadron quickly stops Venom in their tracks. We get a -1 to all support this round, which is perfect. So we get rid of one of these. We've got one more round after this one. Are we going to buy anything? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's get bulkhead rivet. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 5 even. Commando, Hardcore, Powder Keg, General Steel, Clean Sweep. We're definitely going to do this time. And then over to Mr. Right. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Sorry. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 points. We're going to get another phalanx because he's cool. So, recruitment phase, all cards purchased this turn are placed on the top of your deck. And we're going to have Sundown. So Sundown has got 2 dice there. We get 2 because of the Sawfish. We get 1 here. We also decrease their defense by 2, so the defense is actually 0 at this point. They've only got 1 support this round, and that support is an Ice Burster, so we increase the health by 1. So we needed 3 1s or above, and we've done it. So we've taken them out, but we have to fight again. So we discard these guys. These guys are gone. We draw our top cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So Sandbar's going to go up. We've got Spectre, we've got some recruits, and we've got Phalanx. So their health is now 4. Their defense is 4. It's goal for you. Sorry, they only have 2 health and they have 2 things, but they've got support of 4 this time. However, it's only support of 3 because of the mind games. So we have another Ice Burst to come out, so health goes up by 1. We have the Venom Glider, so we lower the combat leaders attack by 2, so he's only got 2 dice on at the moment. 1 over here, 1 over here, 1 over here. The leaders' health and defense go down by 1 because of Spectre. And our last card is the Phalanx. Lower the combat leaders' thing by 1. So we've got to get 2 1s or more to win. What do you think my chances are, guys? We've done it. So Rurus and Zurus have been captured, and we have found the red control cube, and Venom has been foiled. So I have just finished Venom Assault. What a great fun time was had by all involved, aka me. Yeah, I really enjoy this game. The main thing that kind of stands out for me is the artwork is just so good. I never really watched G.I. Joe because I'm English and we didn't really have it over here as far as I'm aware. It wasn't on one of the terrestrial channels I had growing up. But you had so many different kind of things as a kid of the early 90s, late 80s, depending on how old you are. And, you know, you had your Ghostbusters and your Mask and... I mean, just there was Transformers and Thundercats and He-Man and so many of these really cool cartoons designed to sell children toys, which, you know, they hold a special part and place in your heart and stuff. And this board game really does encapsulate that whole kind of early 90s action vibe, that you'd get up before your parents are awake and you'd turn on TV and just watch an hour or so of television before they come down to see what all the noise is or what all the noise isn't. And yeah, the gameplay in this is really easy to pick up. It's quite simple, fast turns. There's some dice rolling in there. You didn't really see many in this gameplay version. You didn't really see many failures on my part. But when I played this previously with other Venom leaders, I have failed miserably. I did have quite a lot of those Venom strike cards coming out pretty straight off the bat, really, I think it was. And other games I played of it where I haven't had to worry about it so much. And it's just taken me longer to get to defeat the bad guys. The initial mission you're doing here, the initial kind of World in Darkness scenario you've got is a really good one to start off with because it does give you a good idea of how it all works. But the other scenarios that come with this are also very good. And I will probably film another one or two of these if you guys really enjoy watching the Venom Assault gameplay. What else to say? So gameplay is really good, really tight, really fun, easy to understand. The components themselves, the card art is by far the best thing about this game. It looks so good, and they're all so different, so well themed. The event cards themselves, although they don't have any like imagery on it, they have some really good kind of synopsises or synopsis, I don't know what the plural is there, but basically they've got a really good kind of plot that you would find in one of those Saturday morning breakfast action cartoons. So, you know, one where, they all go out and have a night out in town, or Venom is creating dinosaurs and stuff. So yeah, it was really good. And some of the cards you didn't get to see today, some of the events also have some really fun kind of like vibes, like, one of the Freedom Squadron has a clone, or they've been wrongly accused of something. And yeah, it's just really quite light-hearted and stuff. This is definitely a game you can play with your kids as well. I played this with my eldest, and she grasped the concepts really well. I think, yeah, she really enjoyed all the artwork in here and all the different characters. And for her, it was more about like getting more cards that looked really nice than it was about trying to beat the bad guys. Although the bad guys themselves, let's talk about Venom leaders. There's, I don't know, we played with 14 of them today, and I still had a ton left in the deck to play with. So not one game of this has been the same when I played, even just this opening scenario. I've never had the same game twice with this, because the different Venom leaders coming out have different abilities that affect different kind of situations and stuff. And yeah, all in all, the components are really good. The dice that come with it are perfectly fine. You don't need custom dice or anything like that. It's great as it is. And overall, this is just a really nicely put together deck builder if you like Saturday morning action kind of cartoons, which most people of my age have a soft spot for. We do also have the expansion pack for this, the Villains and Valor, which I will be covering at a later date, but not too far away, I believe, depending on when this gets edited and uploaded. But yeah, that adds a bunch more stuff to it, like event cards, which can have like 2 effects happening on there. More Venom leaders, more Freedom Squadron, more Venom support. You now have medals, which are kind of like achievements you can get. So yeah, and some more scenarios as well. So just more of the same. So if you like that, this is something that, you know, you probably want to look into getting. So anyway, that's it from me for this. I've been kind of rabbiting on. So is this a play? Is this a buy, or is this an avoid? I think this is definitely a buy from me for anybody who wants to have a fun deck builder, because it's just great. It's really easy to pick up. It's fun. It's it's not. It's something you can play with your children as well. It's not like the theme isn't adult at all. And yeah, it just looks really fun on the table, and it plays in how long they expect you to play it. So it plays in about an hour, just over an hour, depending on what cards come out and how long you've got for like player analysis paralysis and stuff. So yeah, all in all, it's definitely a buy it from me. It's a really fun deck builder. Definitely check it out. Spyglass Games, check out their website, and you'll find all the information for that. And if you liked this gameplay, then please let me know in the comments below. Especially if I've made mistakes, please let me know, because I always am, learning these games as I play. And I want you guys to know how to play them too. And yeah, I think that's about it really. Please make sure you follow our various different social medias, our Facebook, our Instagram, and of course our YouTube. I've been Adam, and until next time, please stay safe and keep rolling.